All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. I know the sound is good. I can tell because the little volume thing is moving. Good to see y'all tonight, man. I'm going live. I'm going live every day. Going live every day until this channel do what it needs to do. I'm tired of people telling me how good the channel and stories is and how good. So I'm like, bro, I gotta make this thing pop. So whatever it take is what it take. So that's whatever it take is what I'm doing. Because it's time, man. I gotta make this thing pop. So like for real, it's time, bro. So hey, I got a little thing, man. I'm trying to run the numbers up. You know, I gotta get some bread so I can get up in the studio, man. I got some folk that want to work with me. I just gotta come with the money. So good to see Grace Notes in the building. Long time fan. Never listen to none of my videos, but they're a long time fan. What's your favorite story, Grace Notes? Yeah, well, you just let me know what your favorite is. Maybe prove me wrong. I'm just talking junk. But yeah, prove me wrong. But anyway, I got a story for y'all right here. I'm gonna jump right into it. I ain't gonna. Ooh, yeah, she said you like Big Mary. Yeah, Big Mary, boy. I'm gonna run through Big Mary. I might do that. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm gonna save Big Mary for tomorrow. But right now, I'm gonna show y'all a story that my uncle told me back when I was a little kid. So here you go. This story comes from my uncle who was born on Halloween. He always had the craziest, creepiest, unbelievable stories you'll ever hear. Now, he told me about on his job, he drives a cement truck, and it was a young black lady who got the job, and she was all happy to try to prove herself and prove that she could do everything that the men's could do. So when him and her got to the job site, they posed and he took a picture or whatever because she was all excited. Every job she did, she just was, posting on social media and all that kind of stuff, I guess, or Facebook or whatever. So when they got to the job, it was down a real steep hill, like an incline. And he was like, man, I don't know if we can, because a cement truck, when it's fully loaded, can be like 100,000 pounds. So he knew that if that truck gets going down that hill and lose control, it ain't gonna stop until something make it stop. And imagine what it take to make a dang big old cement truck stop. So he was like, I don't know, I really ain't feeling it. So he said he gonna call dispatch. Now when he called dispatch, they ain't there. So they said, well, the other truck went down there. Blah, blah. So she said, don't worry, I'll go. So she go down there. And he said, as soon as she started down that hill, she tried to put it like an all-wheel drive. But as soon as he said she must hit the wrong button, or something happened, or the ground up under her gave way. Maybe it was kind of wet or something like that. And he said she started flying down that hill. He said full speed, and it got when sometimes the trucks they get to going like that. So if you trying to hit the brake, your foot will get knocked off that brake, man. Like I done had that happen to me before. I go over something. And then the seat's made to bounce to stop you from getting hemorrhoids and junk. So when your foot missed that brake, that truck got to flying down that hill. And he said the sound it made, he said it hit the trees, ran through the trees, went through the house, and kept on going back through the house and out into the backyard somewhere. He said he couldn't see it when it went through the house, but he said the sound that it made. He said it sounded like somebody dropping a building on top of another building, man. Now, later on, after he called the dispatch and the fire department, the police and all that, and the emergency people, he said later on that night, when he got home, he looking through his phone. And he said when he looked at the picture of her eyes was all blacked out on that picture. This story comes from my uncle who was born on Halloween. Man, boy, that junk crazy, ain't it? That junk wild, boy. Hey, but man, I'm telling you, that's how it be, man. Sometimes, man, you gotta, when you're on the job, you gotta watch out, man. That junk ain't worth going up out of here, man. That junk ain't worth putting yourself on the line, man. You're gonna put yourself on the line. And I ain't trying to beat up on somebody who gone, man, but you know, you don't put yourself on the line like that for some, just for to make a company happy. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna be happy regardless, man. Right? They gonna be happy no matter what because they getting paid and they gonna get paid and they gonna continue to get paid. They is not finna miss out on no money because you didn't show up. Because one time you said, nah, this one too dangerous. They is not finna miss out on no contract or nothing. All right? They can call the contract people and be like, hey, it's kind of dangerous for our driver. Can we do it another day? You know what I'm saying? Like, they human, man. They can work that stuff out. So they don't need putting your life on the line for that, man. But the fact that when he go back and look at the picture, her eyes is all blacked out. Crazy, bro. Yeah, that's wild, man. That's wild right there. That'd have kept me up now. I'd have deleted that picture. But now I ain't gonna lie, I'd have sent it in. I'd have put it on social media first. Now this was back before social media was popping like that. But I'd have sent that junk in. I tried to find somewhere to send it to. Well, man, well, it's crazy how different the world was. It's just crazy how different the world was during the MySpace times. And, like, man, you really can't explain. Like, it was so different. Now we got YouTube and we got, these sites that everybody go on. But back then, everybody didn't go on, we didn't have, from what I remember, I don't remember sites where everybody went to. And time went, it was sites that started getting popular. Like we would go to music, we would go to Mediafire, or we had torrent sites back before that, and the Pirate Bay and junk. And it was some maybe like Shade Room, but I might be mixing times up. But it wasn't like it was. That's why sites like World Star Hip Hop was so big because it was like the site. It was starting to like everybody was going to the same sites. Versus, but see, that's because the Google and stuff was different back then. See, now everything ran off the algorithm so strong that they only gonna send stuff. Like when you search something on Google, you gonna see whoever pay Google the most money and whoever makes the most money for Google first. And you might really have to go through like 20, 30 pages until you start getting to the real stuff. So a lot of times people tell me like, man, I was looking that story up, I was looking this up, and I couldn't find nothing on it. And that's because, man, like if you put in, just like Grace knows, say Big Mary, her favorite story. So if you put in Big Mary, the gravekeeper, it's gonna pull up. Now, if you just put in Big Mary, you ain't, you ain't gonna get nowhere close to it. But if you put in Big Mary, the gravekeeper, it's gonna show you what I said on my videos on TikTok, and it might show you some of my videos on YouTube. But it's gonna show the TikTok first, then it's gonna show the YouTube, and then you might have to go through 10, 20 pages before you can find some little off-brand site that got that information somewhere. So think about it. If you want to search like real life um, paranormal encounters, like you go when you put that in, you're gonna see paranormal activity movies. You're gonna see the latest, hottest movies. You're gonna see the biggest sites. You're gonna see the biggest TV shows. You're gonna see all the big dogs first. And then after about 20, 30 pages, you might finally see like some guy that did a website back in 2005 where he put all the real footage of him being hunt. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the government talk about so much stuff like the UFOs and all that stuff. That's why they openly talk about it because if they openly talk about it, it kind of boosted up in the search thing. So now, if you put in UFO government, like, man, you're gonna get so much stuff like news. Cause think about when they did the UFO thing with the government, where they was actually kind of acknowledging it. So you got so many news reports on that. You might have to go through 100 pages before you start hitting the real stuff. So a lot of times, if you want to like do a Google search, man, just off the jump, just jump back to like page 20 or 30, man. Don't even excuse me, don't even mess around with the first whatever pages, man. Gracie, if you want to join, all I gotta do is drop the link. Don't come on here cussing though. Don't come on here cussing and fussing. I'll drop the link. There you go. I'm gonna drop the link. So yeah, next I'm gonna show y'all. Let's see what I'm gonna show y'all next. Since I said UFOs, maybe I should show y'all some on the UFOs. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all some on the UFOs right here. So this real pictures, real footage, all right? Come on, man, load up. Did I double click it? All right, here you go.
You know, it's word going around that folk been seeing a lot of like weird spacecraft and junk, and this supposedly is a picture of some junk folk been seeing in the hood. Now, the reason why you don't hear about these sightings in the hood is because it's simple. You know, mugs be on the block doing their thing and they see something weird, they not finna go and call anybody. They not finna call the police. Police don't come when something bad, like somebody really hurt. So they surely ain't finna come out there for no alien report. And then on top of that, they is not finna pick up their phone and look up the UFO hotline, which it is like an official UFO hotline. So it's a lot of stuff that happen in the streets that folk just don't report. Now, me myself, I believe that if you see anything like kind of UFO type related, I believe it's just some technology we got because, you know, like hovercrafts and all that, we got all that stuff. The stealth bomber, if you look at what a stealth bomber is, a stealth bomber is basically a goddamn spaceship. A stealth bomber is so high tech, you know, like these things cost, if I ain't mistaken, like a couple billion, 1-2 billion, you know, like the things cost, the stuff it can do is crazy. Alright, like one stealth bomber can just like tear up a whole country on its own. Like, man, that junk ain't no joke. So I kind of think that they do testing of stuff in the hood because they know it's not gonna, they know it's not gonna create like the what's it called, when a bunch of hysteria. It ain't gonna, the commotion, it ain't gonna create the commotion it would if it happened in other neighborhoods. Cause like you always see out in the country, the crop circles. So I guess they used to mess with them. But now I guess they didn't figure, hey man, let's go mess with folk in the hood. So that's my explanation on it. I could be wrong, but you know, hey, I'm just saying what I've been hearing.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a little breakdown. Hold on, let me let
What's up, big dog?
What's up, big
Hey,
dog?
hey.
well, that girl in the bed. You that mug chilling like a villain, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, good to meet you. Good to see you. Hope you got something good to add to the conversation. So you just watched that last video. What you get from that?
What talking about the CIA?
Uh,
The CIA.
yeah,
You're absolutely
you're
right, and they
absolutely
don't care
right,
about the
and they
black
don't care
community.
about the black community.
I hear an
Damn.
echo.
I hear an echo.
I turn.
I turn. You gotta turn your phone down.
Uh,
Uh,
my volume or
my
the
volume or
screen.
go put some headphones on. Yeah, turn your volume down.
Hold on.
Hold on. Are you watching the stream on YouTube? You gotta close it out on YouTube.
Dang, I'm on my.
Dang,
I'm on the
I'm on the
while I'm on here
while
at
I'm
the
on here
same
at the
time.
same time. Well, you gotta close YouTube. Whoop, she gone. Yeah. So a lot of times, man, this stuff happen in the hood, but the thing is, man, in the hood, ain't nobody finna go and ain't nobody finna go and report no junk like that, man. There ain't nobody calling no UFO hotline. It is what it is, man. That junk is not finna happen. Never, ever, 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 ever. So because because of how things is in the hood, it make it easy for folk to get away with certain stuff. So it's the perfect place to do something. But now they kind of it's hard now to catch what's really real because there's so much out there now. It's like, yeah, all this can't be real. But hey, man, again, a stealth bomber is a flying saucer. Pretty like what a stealth bomber can do is everything that we see like the alien ships do in the movies. It can hover in place and it can shoot off, just in the blink of an eye, man. So it ain't like it's not just what you call like far fetched. This is stuff that really could be that's really there, man. It's really there. So what was you saying before you cut off? You still got an echo or you straight now?
Let me see.
Let me see.
I still got an echo, but
I still
I
got an
could
echo,
deal.
but I could deal. All right. Did you turn exit out of YouTube?
I can't exit out of YouTube without it exiting, without it turning this off too. It's weird. I can't. Where you
Not
at?
true.
Where you at?
You're not straight. You in a browser. You're not in YouTube, man. So you should have opened that link up in like
I'm in the.
in the Chrome browser, or like in Google Chrome or Safari or whatever your browser is. So you need to copy and paste that link into your browser. Not don't
Okay.
use it directly. Okay.
Let me try that. Hold
Let me
on.
try that. Hold on. All right. So next video. Let's see. Let's see. I got one that's real scary. So look, if you by yourself, you probably gonna have to turn some cartoons on after this one, all right? When you get real scared, man, just turn on any cartoon do the job, man. Family Guy, my go-to cartoon when I'm scared. So just turn that on and you'll be okay. Here we go.
Hello.
Hello? Yeah, you in now.
Let me see if it's
How
good.
it sound? You still got echo?
Yeah. What the heck is
Yeah,
going
what
on?
the heck is going on?
I'm off the
I'm
YouTube
off the
browser.
YouTube browser. Man, I
Maybe
told you
like
you gotta turn your phone down.
if I turn it down, I
If I
ain't gonna be
turn it
able to
down, I
hear.
ain't gonna be able to hear. Not all the way down, just you turn down a few notches. That probably do it.
All right,
But
all
anyway,
right.
here go the next video.
So here we got a man that loved his wife so much that when she passed on, he just couldn't accept it. He just couldn't live his life without his wife. She was everything to him. So he messed around and reached out to a lady who said that, for a little price, that he could talk to her one last time. Maybe even a few times. I guess if the price was right. And he went on and went and talked to this lady, and they sat down. He gave her the money, and she did her little song and dance, and nothing happened. So he was getting upset. And she told him, hey, be patient. It's a long walk from here, from the graveyard. She wouldn't say nothing else to him. He went and got in his car and went home. And all night he sat up, just thinking, looking out the window, kind of paranoid. But eventually, he went off to sleep. But then he got a notification on his phone telling him that somebody was at the back door. So
Oh
here
heck no. Oh heck no.
Man, that's just creepy, ain't it?
Well, he done let a demon in.
Yeah, boy, yeah, man. I don't know. It's time to move. It's time to go. It's time to leave. It's time to skedaddle.
You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to.
Oh, your audio cut out. What you say?
I said you wouldn't want to see your wife in a ghost form. In a ghost form.
I feel like a ghost form would be like extra annoying. Yeah, I feel like a ghost form would just be like so annoying. Cause really, people be scared of ghosts for no reason. Cause if a ghost was real, like what is it gonna do to you? It ain't like it's a demon. I can
It's
see if it's a demon, cause a demon like can out to like a ghost, man. If you see a ghost probably gonna be just like trying to probably don't even realize he a ghost. He probably just floating around.
it's because
Probably
these
gonna take him a
movies
little minute to really
mess it up.
realize what's going on.
It's because these movies mess it up.
Yeah, movies. For you to make a good horror movie, you got to pick what the rules gonna be. And that's why a lot of movies mess up because they don't pick the rule and stick to the rule. So it's like if the movie's gonna be like if the thing got the power to bounce from one world to another, that's fine. But if it's like in Insidious, right? Insidious, the thing was chasing him all movie, all since he was a kid, and then it would it got to him right at the end. Well, dang, what am I trying to say? Let me not get mixed up. So what I'm trying to say is, once you put down what the rules gonna be, you gotta stick to it. So a lot of times in movies, you'll see chairs being moved and plates being thrown. So it's like if the thing got the power to hurt you, what is it waiting on?
Right. And
You
why I
know?
got so much patience?
Yeah, like if you got the power to whoop somebody, go and whoop them. What you gonna be floating around and playing games for? Go ahead and get the lady, lay the smack down, get it over with. So if it so like in Insidious, at the well, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm just talking code. But if the thing get power to do something to somebody, then that's cool because it finally got the power. But in the
Hmm.
beginning, but at the same time, if all these doors slamming and what you waiting on? Like if you really
Just wait till somebody put their finger in the door and slam the door on their finger. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's just like if you watching like Michael. Like what made Michael and Jason work, in the older movies in the beginning was like with Michael, he didn't take out everybody. He went after just, you never knew who was gonna be, and then later when they made the later movies, he was just taking out everybody. And that kind of messed it up, man. You gotta kind of set what the rule gonna be. Because in the first movie, I think he only took out like 5 people.
I still haven't seen the last one.
Man, you tripping. Like it's not a good movie, but you gotta see it if you've been watching the franchise.
No, everybody said it was terrible.
Yeah, like it's a horrible movie. Like it's completely horrible. But if you just been watching the franchise, you gotta see it. Like you really should. This is something you gotta watch ASAP. Like you need to be watching this tomorrow because it really like if you really been watching the franchise, like it's really you're gonna be like, dang. So, but they did, So in a way, they kind of did their thing, cause yeah. But I can't say too much without giving it away. I can't say too much. Anyway, let's see what's next. Let's see what's next. Uh,
So this what we doing?
huh?
You about to have me watch all of your videos?
Hey man, I ain't tell you come in.
Oh brother.
Shoot, I got all these
No.
videos nobody seen, man. Hey, y'all might like this one. Check this one out. On the East, something real wild happened that nobody ever talk about. Some folks in the town got real spooked by some people that they thought was witches. Instead of taking them to court, they decided to do something crazy. So they got these big old bonfires going, and these witches was the main guests. And after the barbecue, they left their ashes there as a warning for anybody else that would practice witchcraft. And hit the crazy part. When those ashes were left, these ugly, scary trees started to grow up out the ground. They grew up super fast. And you would think cutting them down would have helped, but nah, they just grew back even faster. And anybody who would just like even try to mess with them, they would get sick. I'm talking about so sick that they'll almost leave here. And they'll have some kind of lingering health problem. Something that'll cripple them and like remind them of when they were sick for the rest of their life. The trees was like beyond. You can't even put them in words. You just gotta look at the pictures. As the time went on, the town grew and they started building new stuff. But guess what? Everybody was too scared to mess with those trees. And the kids in the town were freaked out. Anytime they came past them, they talked about ghosts. Ghosts just calling them to the trees, telling them to come closer. So here's what they did. They didn't try to destroy the trees, but they built buildings around them. And they hid these scary trees inside the buildings, surrounded by like 10 feet of bricks and mortar. They even put Bibles and crosses in the bricks to keep the ghosts locked in and keep the spirits away. They were hoping that they'd get some kind of rest from it. But now here's the twist. These buildings they built around these creepy trees turned out to be some well-known places in Washington, D.C. They became part of the city's history, like the Hay Adams Hotel, the Lincoln Memorial, the Federal American National Bank, and even the country's first modern art museum at the DuPont Circle Townhouse. The Hay Adams Hotel was the site of a secret political meetings during the Cold War. The Lincoln Memorial witnessed racial segregation protests. The Federal American National Bank was linked to financial scandals. In the country's first modern art museum, he had stolen artworks. Now Washington, D.C. has a secret, a real scary one, and all those famous buildings was built around these trees trying to hide them, and he's still there, lurking behind the walls.
I believe it.
Yeah, because it's for real. Yeah. Hey, that junk crazy, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine being inside of? Oh, that wasn't muted, was you? So you heard that, right?
I didn't. Now you broke up. What you say?
That video I just played, you heard the whole video, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It made noise, or you was reading it.
It may. I heard it, Wes.
It was muted. I didn't know
But no, it ain't muted. I heard it.
if it played or not, man. Hey, turn your video off, cause this thing is struggling, man. Yeah, man, this thing is overloaded. Hey, baby.
You see
Okay.
her? You see
Oh,
her?
what's up, man? I ain't seen him in a minute, man. What's up, sir? I ain't seen you in a minute. That's a pretty baby, y'all. That's my baby. Y'all. What up, Ram? I ain't seen Ram, man. Good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all. That's my new baby right there, y'all. She is 8 going on 9 months old. Full of energy and full of fire. So, yeah, man. I'm trying to get the page, man. I'm trying to get the page up and popping. Trying to make this thing do what it do, man. Man, my computer is tripping. Like, it is completely overloaded right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about
You about to what?
to head on.
All right. See you later. See you in a few minutes. But yeah, man. I've been popping on TikTok, man. But so many of y'all don't mess with TikTok, man. That y'all been missing out on so much crazy content, man. So I had to come on and try to come over here on the YouTube side and show y'all some of the stuff y'all been missing out on. So, just I'm gonna show you some videos, and y'all come with your questions or whatever, and we'll go from there. I think y'all like this one, man. This is one of my favorite stories I ever did.
Back before I was born.
Well, hold on, let me talk on them trees for a minute. So, if you didn't understand, the video about the trees is basically that there are in those buildings in DC.
In the 1800s on the east.
In the buildings in DC, they have built these trees, man. I mean, they burnt them witches. So the spot where they did it at, the trees came up, and the trees to this day are still there. They just hidden inside these buildings because they couldn't chop them down. They tried. They was going out of here, getting sick, and all that gets jacked up, man. So they just said, well, all we can do is build around them. So that's literally what they did. Is there's sections in these buildings, and you can't tell if you're in a building because you can't see through the brick and all that. But there are sections in these buildings where these trees is hidden inside it.
So if you in DC or visit DC, you is really could be standing right next to these or on top of these, and you ain't got no clue. So, to me that's wild, man. Like, that's man. If I ever stop through DC, I gotta go to those buildings because I just gotta try to see if I can find that area, like that spot. Like maybe you can kind of see like the way something's structured. You might be able to tell, like, man, okay, I'm here, and I see another wall that's like 20 feet or whatever. Then it's another wall, but I'm not. How did I get in this dead space? So sometimes just be like a little dead space in the buildings. So, and that's because there's a lot of secrets in buildings. So, but I'm gonna see if I can. I would love to try to see if I can find that little area, man, where they got that stuff hidden at. So, yeah, that's what that is. Um, let's see. What was I finna show y'all after that? I showed y'all the walking trees yesterday. Uh, oh man, you stay in DC? Well, shoot. What else? Psychosis. That's my brother right there, man. Bro, you guys are going and you gonna have to go to them buildings, man, and see if you can I'm telling you, you gonna have to go by and do some homework, man. But it's probably in an area that's not like open to the public. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be somewhere where the public can't just walk in. So let's see what I got. What I got for y'all. What I got for y'all. I was finna show y'all something that was pretty good. I can't remember what it was though. Which one was I finna show y'all? Nope. One I showed that one yesterday. Let's see. Let me get a good one. Let me get a good one. All of them good ones. What are '90s babies? Any '90s babies in here? Why am I overthinking this? Do I have, man? You know what? I don't think I've done a story on New York yet, man. I really don't think I've done a story on New York. I did the UFO. Maybe we stick with the UFOs for a minute. Let me see. Is this the UFO video I want to show y'all? No, that's not the one I want. Oh yeah, I was finna show y'all Scarface. So this is where Scarface come from. The real Scarface.
My daddy told my mama that he loved it back before I was born. My daddy told my mama that he loved it. But then, once I got here, he changed it up on me. It made my mama hate me. My mama treated me like it was my fault. When I was a little baby, she would try to get him to, come back to her. He never would. So she took something, put a little heart on my face, and a couple other little marks. Then when she took me back to my daddy, and he saw, what she did to me, he blamed himself for it, at least, on the inside. So he took me away from her and just dropped me off with the local church. But no matter how much the church folk was good to me, no matter what they did for me, I always remember what my mama did to me. I was only like 2 or 3 at the time or something like that, but I never forgot that moment. It stick with me in my dreams and in my nightmares and my thoughts and my visions. It's always with me. It's like even when I'm, talking to somebody or just, I can always see that just like off in the back of my mind somewhere. So when the folks who, around a little juke joint started calling me Scarface, it was cool because that's all I ever thought about was that scar on my face. But they, they didn't talk about me in a bad way. They just kept it business. I liked it that back before I was born.
Hey man, that'd make a good movie, wouldn't it? That'd make a good movie, wouldn't it? Oh man, that's why I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, man. Because if I can get this junk rolling, man, bro, I can make some movies, man, that will blow folks' mind wide open. You would just see people mind juice. It'd be mind juice everywhere, every which way. It'd just be nothing but mind juice. I'm telling you, if I had the bread, man, I could put some stuff together that would knock your man. Folks say knock your socks off. So yeah, that's the real story of Scarface. That's where it come from. So and Scarface is a simple nickname, man. It's not like it's some not Al Pacino, but well, Al Pacino plays Scarface in the movie, and then you had Scarface. They call it Al Capone. Did I say what did I say? I said Al Pacino, right? I feel like I said something weird, but anyway, Al Capone was Scarface, and he was the most famous Scarface, but it wasn't like he was the only person with the nickname Scarface. Like, so yeah. So that's one of my favorite stories, man. Because to me, what makes a good bad guy is to have a bad guy that's been through something, like a bad guy that ain't just hey, I want some money, which can be cool sometimes too. But I think when you do a bad guy that got a dark, a history, a past where his parents, uh, hurt him. I think to me I think that's the best. Yeah, I think that's the best, bro. If y'all see me messing with my eyes, man, I don't know, like I got like a kind of a like some kind of headache, man. Yes, no, I'm probably hungry. Oh, what up, man? Lucky everything good, man. I was driving a truck out that way in October, so I drove through. I had a delivery on Times Square. I dropped off right on Times Square, boy, and went and got a what you call it, chop man. Went and got a chopped cheese, and man, that junk was so good. Boy, man, we ain't got no good food down here. You gotta make your own stuff in Atlanta, boy. You gotta learn how to cook in Atlanta because you ain't finding all that good stuff. Man, I got so many good stories, boy. What y'all want to see, man? Y'all want to see something scary? Y'all want to see like some criminals, some criminal type stuff? Y'all want to see some kind of on the funny side? Which one? Which one? Y'all want to see my brother rap? My brother can rap too, boy. Like, man, my brother can rap. He just unknown. Maybe I'll play him real quick for the rap heads, man. If you don't like conscious rap, I'm sorry. He don't rap about taking folks out because that ain't what he do in real life. And we grew up like, hey, if you're gonna be a gangster rapper, at least be a gangster in real life. Don't be no fake gangster rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying that it's good to be a gangster, but I'm just saying like if you're gonna rap about it, at least like if that's what you really from and that's what you rapping, I kind of can't knock you because that's all you know. But if you grew up in the burbs and went to college and everything was straight and you just chose to be a rapper, I don't rock with that at all, man. But some of these young boys don't know no better. Like, it is what it is. But if you 40 years old, like man, these Snoop Dogs and Snoop older than 40. But all these guys, man, Rick Ross and 2 Chainz, them and Jeezy, them, they still rapping the same stuff. To me, I don't like, bro. I ain't with that. But anyway, here you go. Like the head, here it go.
You held me tight to stop me from leaving, to stop my breathing. Maybe I'm tweaking, cause I ain't really never gave you a reason. Come kill my demon, before I crawl on the wall and tell you I'm legion. One kiss on the lips of an unsure heart, cause the part any of my pretense. Can't pretend like I ain't put you in the category of my reason. I don't trust none, treason, nigga, tweaking, following my beacon. Who's speaking? Disembodied voices ruining my weekend. We even, now let me have some fun before I'm leaving. I came in the door strong, confidence long, but now I'm weakened. One thing I did, you ain't like, now I'm trying to figure, is it revenge you seeking? The future is a surprise, I close my eyes, I gotta stop peeking. Your lingerie can keep my guy at bay, ain't feel no breezes or sneezes. Cause I ain't been blessed in a while, I gotta drop to my knees and seek on fall, lose my appointment with anointment, gotta talk to Jesus. He say I'm tweaking, I say you sure, cause you know I'm bleeding. Fiending for a little bit of leniency, got a bit too much gene in me. Picking up my pieces, my thesis, taped out for my nieces to read this. Watch out for the leeches with peaches on their backs, they're juicy when squeezing. My secret, keep it, don't leak it. My grievance needed to keep me going, still treated facetious in attempts to keep me grounded. When am I teaching myself? Is it conducive? If love's elusive, I'm intrusive to myself. I need some help. When I turn my back, I hope you rub it. Don't stab me in it. When you get a spot inside your life, slap me in it. I wanna be the one to hold you tight. In the midst of the night, do you miss me tonight? Or miss me tonight? It's a mystery, right? When I turn my back, I hope you rub it. Don't stab me in it. When you get a spot inside your life, slap me in it. I wanna be the one that holds you tight. In the midst of the night, do you miss me tonight? Or miss me tonight? It's a mystery, right?
Yeah, man. Well, my brother got some balls, boy. He got some balls, boy. That man that boy was, man, look, he went off on that one. He went off on that one, bro. I'm talking about he went, man. Shh. Yeah, he went off. So, let's see what's next. What's next? So that was right. So I did some criminal stuff. I did some music. So let's do something kind of on the funny side.
So back in the day, man, Popeye's biscuits, man, they was coming out, they was changing the world, man. Now in the hood, a lot of folks in Chicago, man, they was eating like, we had Church's chicken. This like back when I was a kid. We had Church's chicken and we had Brown's chicken, and like folk just loved the Church's. Like even to this day, like my granddaddy would just, I'm talking about every Sunday or every Saturday or something, he'd have to go get him some stinking nasty greasy Church's, man. And the only one by us was over there on Old National, and we'd go over there on Old Nat and get us Church's, man. Now, recently he switched to Popeyes because a lot of folk done seen how good Popeyes is, but this guy here, he was always just like a Church's fanatic. So when Popeyes started really getting big, he messed around and ate that Popeyes biscuit, and it changed his whole life, boy. Like his mouth was stuck shut. He couldn't open his mouth up for a couple days. And he refused to drink any water because he liked the thickness of the biscuit all trapped up in his mouth and all up on the roof of his mouth. So he now he ain't had a lot of money now. He was a guy, man, out there, back in the day, Mudge used to collect cans. So for y'all that don't know, like, I remember my granddad now, they had like every time a can, a pop can or a soda, if you're from the South, but a pop can, cans you eat, your food come out of, little metal, stuff like that, they'll save them because the recycle people would give you like, 5 cents a can or something, right? So he'll collect cans and all that junk, all scrap metal. He pushed the shopping cart. See, I don't know about this stuff, but it be mugs in the hood. You don't be seeing this junk no more, but they be pushing the shopping cart around and they'll just be collecting scrap. You know, they steal a shopping cart from the grocery store and they just be collecting scrap from all over there and they take to the scrap yard at the end of the day. Now, he would collect all week long and then on the weekend after he done, when he got a little money or whatever, he would always treat himself to some Popeye biscuits. Like that was his treat for the week. So all through the week he eating rice and beans and rice and chili out the can and just whatever he could, just bologna sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly. But on that weekend he sit down and treat himself to a nice thing of Popeye biscuits. So he went to the restaurant. He spent his little money on it. He ain't had much, man, but just he's always squeeze out a little something. And he got his bag and took it on home. Now, by the time to get home, he had to get on the bus. He had to ride his bike. He had to put his bike on the front of the bus. He had to go through all that. And when he had to get on the train, and when he finally got home, he sat down, opened up that bag, and opened up them box. And them biscuits looked like a bunch of little hockey pucks, man. Like they burnt them biscuits to a crisp, boy. They say the biscuit was so burnt that he dropped one of them and it fell and cracked the thing. One of them glass little tables, man. So he came down and cracked the table. That bug was so hard, man. So at this point he beyond upset, man. Now these days, if you want to call a restaurant and complain, we just go on Google. But this back in the 90s. So he had to try to find a phone book and call because he ain't had a receipt. So he had to try to track down the phone book and call them and just see what he could do because he was upset. Now when he finally got in touch with the store, they told him, "Oh, well, the manager that was on duty when you came, they gone for the weekend, so you have to call back on Monday." So he had to wait till Monday. And when he called back Monday, they told him he had to have his receipt. And of course, like I say, he had lost. He didn't keep his receipt. So now I'm talking about he sat there and stewed on it all weekend. So he go back up to the Popeye and he take his shopping cart with that scrap metal. And he just at first he go in there and say, I was the one called about the biscuits. You gonna replace, can you replace my biscuits? Whatever. And they told him kick rocks. He up there in the city, man. This in Chicago. So, Mug ain't finna take too kind to you coming in there, upset, man. Instead of them trying to be good customer service, they hit him back with it. Well, nah, bro, you can go kick rocks, man. So, they say one of the young boys, one of the young ladies, I don't know, boy, they threw a biscuit out. They threw a biscuit at him, hit him upside the head, and after that, he took that shopping cart, bust the windows out, bust the drive-through window out. He bust their window out and knocked put holes in the wall. And Popeyes had them jars sitting up in the restaurant. We're supposed to have the secret spices in it. They say he had the secret spices scattered all up in the air like a dust cloud. He tore that whole restaurant up. And they ended up calling the police on him. So back in the day, man, Popeye's biscuits.
Man, you can't play with a man's food, man. Let me tell you something, man. When you been working and you out there grinding and all that, man, and you going through, man, sometimes, and then, man, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes in life, well, all you got to look forward to is you a good meal. So after what he, think about what he going through on a daily, man. He going through out there, man, collecting cans and junk, man. He out there collecting cans, and so he like, shoot, at the end of the day, man, at least I can go and get me a good meal, man. And they robbed him, man. You can't rob a man of a good meal. You gotta have something to look forward to. So yeah, that's what was up with him, man. So I feel for bro, man. I feel for him, man. A lot of people might look at it like Yeah, I ain't saying that he justified in doing what he did. I just said I feel for him. Because I'd have been mad than a mug too. Shoot. I'd have been mad than a mug. So anyway. Oh, this is starting to get loud, man. Hey, now I got lots. I got two. I got a kid, but my kid is like 3 kids, and my other kid is like 3 kids. It be so loud up in here sometime, boy. So let me give y'all one more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go tend to them. So I'm gonna try to at least do like a hour or something, man, every night, maybe 2 hours on a certain night. I'm gonna try to give y'all. I gave y'all a good hour tonight, and I'm gonna give y'all one more. So I'm gonna show y'all, for y'all who hadn't seen this. Let me tell y'all about Big Mary the Grave Keeper. So let's see which one we're gonna do first. Let's start. All right, this one about 1 minute. Let's do this one.
So back in the day, black folk couldn't afford to have a nice little cemetery and all that junk. So when they died, they had all had some land that they put together, and they all just would help each other, with each other burial. So it was nobody really to care for it on a daily basis because they couldn't afford it. But this lady here, Big Mary went and she did it because Big Mary was kind of off. So she was kind of off, so it gave her something to do. And you know how sometimes people be off, but they be a genius or something. So she was a genius to just take care of this place, man. She used to carry whole coffins by herself, dig graves and junk, just with her bare hands and tools. She, didn't need no machinery, none of that, man. So after some years went by her doing it, she started. Now she couldn't talk real good, but from what people was able to gather from her, the voices from the grave started talking to her, and it drove her crazy. So back in the
So that's Big Mary, man. Big Mary was a gravekeeper, man, as you heard, and she was doing that, to look out for people. And as time go, I'll let y'all, I'm gonna break down more and more of the story. But yeah, man, she was like 6'6" and 600 pounds. So Mary at her biggest was huge, man. I think, now matter of fact, she got up to 700 at one point. But she was so strong, man. I'm talking about digging graves on her own, caskets, carrying them, all that. No help needed, man. So, a sweet lady, man. She was really a sweet lady. She just, grew up in a time where people, if you was different, people treated you like trash, man, That's the time she grew up in, man. So I'm gonna hit you with a scary one for the road, man. Well, you know what? I'm gonna hit y'all with something. I'm gonna try, since there's a couple guys up in here, man. I ain't seen too many females pop up. It might be all guys up in here, so I'm gonna put y'all on something there, so y'all be careful out there. I don't want to see y'all get caught up, man. So I'm gonna let y'all know about the dog woman, man. Well, some of y'all seen the dog woman video I did? Where she at? Where you at, baby? I'm just scrolling. Here she go. Alright, so let me see this one. That one 32 seconds. That one 2 minutes. That one 3 minutes. We start with the short.
So in my hometown, Chicago, in the alleys at night, man, when the moon is full, you can find a dog woman. Now the dog woman like a werewolf, and the only difference is in her regular form, she real fine, real cute and all that, right? So that's how she get you in. And they say once you get close enough to her and she get you taken away back up in the alley somewhere, that's when she transforms and you can see her real form. And because of how fine she is, she be getting mugs easy. It don't really take much for her to get you. So
tell you, trying to tell you. You gotta be careful out there, man. Don't be seeing these women, man. If you out there late at night and there's a lady calling you, telling you to come to her, you know, either she's a prostitute or something worse. All right. So don't be thinking you special. All right. Don't be thinking you special, man. There's nothing special about you. You is in trouble and you need to run. So I appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all for the donations. You know, a couple of people donated so far. I don't know if y'all wanted me to shout your names out. So I know the words say, man, when you do your good deeds, do them in secret, man. So so I don't just put it at people's name out unless they tell me to. So, because I don't know if you want to, I don't know if I know certain people like to do their deeds and they don't want you to be, like just all. Some people just want to do their deeds and move on, man. So I appreciate y'all who donated so far, and I'm gonna keep this going because I know I got something special, and I don't care what it take. I'm gonna get this thing popping. So if I can get TikTok popping, then I know I can get YouTube popping. So I'm gonna go live with y'all and just spend time with y'all. We'll grow it like that. We'll grow it like that, man. Uh, so I'd rather have 100 strong people than 10,000 people that show up, once every now and then. So I'd rather have 100 strong ones, man. So that's where I'm at with it, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And I'll check y'all tomorrow night.